Recording
It's
start.
done.
Okay, that's great. So today's training session is around customer engagement training. It's a continuation of that, and today we will be covering the sales module. That is the one of the fundamental module when it comes to customer engagement. And today's agenda is more around a quick walkthrough how the sales module or what are the key components of sales module. Then I already covered up in my last session the product catalog and how we can set it up, but just to refresh and rephrase it again, how that product catalog can be set up. Then it's quote management and order management, how we can set it up. That. So you see over here, the customer engagement for sales have a lot of areas and verticals. First of all, it's one of the key components when it comes to CRM and customer engagement. Sales is one of the part of it. Field service is another part of it. And similarly, customer services. So along with all the rest of the parts, sales is one of the key component that is available, that are available. And Microsoft Dynamics is the leading customer that we have. And this is the definition that we all know that customer engagement and CRM are more the same. That can help you drive sales, productivity, customer engagement, improve your marketing efforts through accelerator, business intelligence, campaign management. On-site field services are keep track of your business processes inside. Now, let me, we all know about these, how the overall structure is. We try to cover it up in our earlier session that sales modules, marketing are all connected in the T365 umbrella and are connected via the Power Platform to connect CRM to ERP using these tools. So here comes the sales part. And what is the sales part? So firstly, when you create a sales, you have the lead part that can be converted into opportunity, contact, and account. Then if opportunity, everything goes well, you create a code. Don't worry if you're not able to catch up. It's just a process diagram, and I will try to demonstrate it as well, how you can set up in your environment. Then you create an order and invoice. Similarly, if we go from a point of view, lead, if qualified, goes to the opportunity stage. If opportunity won, goes to the quote stage. And if quote is successfully accepted, then it goes to the order. Now, let me go back again to the lead. What is lead? Leads is just a raw information. Consider that I met someone, I met Atish some time back. I exchanged cards, I exchanged some information, and Atif showed me some interest that, I'm interested in buying your ABC product, XYZ product. And when I'm planning to buy that, I can come back and store his information in my system as a lead because I am sure he wanted, but I'm not pretty much sure that will he be potential customer. So that is a lead. It's a raw data. We are not sure if this is something valuable or not valuable, but yes, because sales depends upon these active listening and focusing on what people are saying around. We have to pay attention to whoever we meet from wherever we are getting that information and try to store that in our customer engagement system. Once this lead, like when I contacted Atif came back again to me and he this time approached me that he's more interested to hear about my uh, ABC product that we are selling or XYZ services that we are trying to sell. Then it means that, Atif is no more a lead. Now we have to convert him to the opportunity level. Now, what is opportunity? Opportunity is a stage where we are pretty much sure that we will go in business with Atif. So let's make sure that if we are not sure that we will be going with a customer in business, let's not make it an opportunity. That's the first rule. And a simplest rule, always convert those people only to opportunity who you feel have, I would say, like 99% chance you will be doing business with. Then in the opportunity stage, you have again a lot of steps that I will show shortly. You find stakeholders, you find persons, you find name of the persons, who can uh, help you. Like Atif came to us, but along with Atif, Faisal is the one who is the CEO of the company. He's the main decision maker. So to make my opportunity or my sales success, I have to approach or try to convince Faisal as well. So he's my one of the key stakeholder. Similarly, if I want to add a competitor, that okay, you know what, Atif didn't ask me only, he went back and asked some other guy or other team or other sales similar product selling team as well. Don't you think it means we have to be sure that when we are creating a spot of you know opportunity, we should be aware of all these surroundings, what is happening, like who is the stakeholder, so all these kind of a things, or who is our competitor. So we should be aware how to approach Atif and convince him that he buys from us. So all these information are kept in opportunity, and I will show you the vanilla one that a lot of other information is also kept there. Once you're satisfied an opportunity level, you think that, now Atif is coming. He is already asking us, to send him a quote, or, so obviously once we send out a quote, it's shared within the organization to see if the organization is willing to buy that amount, or, they feel that amount is justified, or they just want to have a knowledge that, any discounts around it. So that's the reason when we can want the opportunity to quote as well. Or there is one more thing, we can directly, without marking the opportunity as one, send a quote as well. So there is both ways. You can want it, make a quote, or you cannot, can make a quote. So both ways are pretty much possible. So let me take a pause here, and before I go a deep dive, and Atif, if there are any questions, please feel free to raise it up.
No, I'm not seeing any question, guys. Any question from anyone?
Okay, no worries.
Okay. And Mustajab, Amna is also on the call. So if there is any question, then she can respond it back as well.
Okay, that's great. That's it. So once opportunity is won, or once you can sort of agree upon a quote, that okay, fine, this is a quotation that we are working on. You can also send out multiple quotation as well for a particular case. That's possible. I can go, Atif can come back to us and ask, what, please reduce this price. We can reduce or provide some more discounts. Then Atif can come back, okay, what, add this more product as well. Okay, we add that. And so quote is a process. If I say this one is, it's a circular. You can have multiple revisions around it, multiple times you have to go through it. So it's possible. Then once the quote is confirmed, if you think that this is the code, you are feeling confident that it's done, then you can create an order as well. Okay. And now at this stage, you again have the option to close this opportunity as well. You see, I know right now we created a flow that's pretty much the standard flow, but the systems give you the flexibility to move around here and there as well. And once the order is created, you can go and create an invoice to fulfill the orders. So with that, definitions are some that I will try to cover again, and these are the definition which you can pretty much found anywhere. So lead is the raw information. Just try to understand the concept here. Any information, any interaction with client you feel, or just as an example, I said I met Atif somewhere in an event, and he and me exchanged some card information, and he showed some interest. So he's a lead, a potential lead for me. If Atif showed me more interest than he asked me for, what, can you send me out a quote on this particular product, then he's an opportunity for me. And quotation is again a formal request to add all your, maybe your header, on your header of your company header, you just add the product information and invoice. I would say invoice, but sort of a pricing details or the product detail, and just send it out to Atif. That's something you can say quotation. Then it's an order. Obviously, if that product requires any sort of a dispatching, it was a furniture that Atif had bought from me, or it was just a service, like my resource should go there. So it can be an order that you can dispatch and create and work on the payment terms here, like how the payment or cash can come in. But that's a pretty much finance thing. But we can do that or manage it in CRM as well. But some customization would be required there. Then invoicing part is the last part, where you create an invoice. You create that invoice in the sense that that this is the amount that I need from you or from the customer. Like I can give it as a bill to Atif, and Atif can clear that invoice and send it back the amount to me, right? To my whatever specific account or stuff I have mentioned. So with that, product catalog definition is there as well. If you remember, and if you guys didn't get a chance, so on our YouTube channel, my last session was around product catalog. So you can definitely go and visit there and watch out that. So it's a simple form of definition that I will explain you, that products start with a group definition of group, how like you sell your product in a specific quantity. A simple example is you sell a cold drink can single as well, and in a bulk of 12 as well, or 24 as well, we carry it as well. Then each can have different price lists as well, that if you are selling that in your region, like in USA or in UK, then it's like dollar or pound, or it can be any specific, like even in UK you have a text amount or a bulk amount price list that you are managing. Then it's the product that you apply these things, like this product will be, just as an example I gave, the can will be sold in in a bundle of 12, in a bundle of 24. After that, if I'm buying maybe 4 or 5 bundles from you, you can provide me the discount list as well. And also, once everything is applied, you can publish the product. So this particular product catalog, I would request again everyone to go back to our YouTube channel, and if uh, anyone of Atif, if you can copy that link here as well in our chat. So that product catalog is completely covered here. You guys can visit that and try to go walk by walk through how we can set up that product.
Okay, I will do it. There is a question, Mustajab, from Naveed. Naveed, please.
Please
Okay,
unmute yourself. Thank you.
thank you for allowing me. Mr. Raab, I have a question that this customer engagement module or CRM, Microsoft CRM 365, does it provide localization support to, like, we are in Pakistan, we have different uh, tax rules and tax,
Mm-hmm.
by the legal authorities. So does
GST
this
or BAT or something like that.
yes, does this product
Exactly.
provide support to this, or do we have to go for the customization?
To be honest, it's a customization that you have to do. Taxation is available there, but it's a percentage that you can apply. But the one that you have just asked, it's more of a finance thing, which allow you managing all the GST tax or region wise tax. Just like an example, just to add to you, like in USA even, we have taxation different in different states. Like for a particular product, some states are taxing it and some states are not. So this even taxation difference is managed in finance. When you come to customer engagement, it's something it doesn't manage it. Yes, can we do it via customization? But I would always suggest, if you have a ERP or a finance system there, try to work it over there. Don't build that thing in customer engagement. It will make it complex, to handle it out. Hope I answer your question. Okay.
I understand, because we are already
Mm-hmm.
using Microsoft R3 in our current environment where I'm doing job, but
Mm-hmm.
or we always have to either come up with workaround or customization even. So since you have pointed out that you can invoice your customers, so that's why I asked this particular
Mm-hmm.
question, that if we are going to
Exactly.
invoice our customer using CRM or CE, then definitely, as you said, Instead of doing that from CRM or CE, you should offer your current ERP to invoice that. So don't you think we have to write another integration, to pull out that
Mm-hmm.
the confirmed order from CE to your
Mm-hmm.
ERP, and then we have to invoice it from the ERP. So
Yep. That.
that actually extends the life cycle of managing
Mhm.
the product itself.
Okay. Then look, there is two parts to it. Firstly, yes, we have to write an integration, but when it comes to Power Platform, the integration rating or the syncing of these things, like especially when it comes to order or invoice management, it's really simple. It's something that even a person with no experience can do that. I'm be honest, it's totally low code, no code. And this is just like mapping two tables or Excel sheet, just copying here and copying pasting. It's pretty that simple. And we will definitely show you as well in our future sessions that how you can set it up. And so secondly, because every product have its beauty around it. When it comes to customer engagement, your main focus area is to bring in the sales or bring in the business in. It's not something that will help you to manage out the whole financials of that particular. And taxation, when it comes to taxation discounts, even it comes to financial thing. And finance and operation anywhere in Sage, or if you go any other product, you pick up Sage, you can pick up Oracle Financial. They also have their specific financial suits softwares versus their customer engagement software. So it doesn't impact your lifestyle. The second part that overall product at you can say capability or the integrity. Every product has its own beauty, which it limits, and but it always create a small bridge that can be used to connect to the other product. Consider that as a port, and customer engagement port area is the order part. Here you can create the order invoices, but if you want to, you can sync it up from finance and operation as well, which, as I said earlier in my first point, is pretty straightforward and easy to do. So any confusion on that, Naveen? Else we can move ahead then.
No, I'm just asking just because
Mhm.
this is somehow becoming an organizational norm, or you can say the part of IT strategy, that
Okay.
we being forced to use a single system and rely on single data source, or single source of information for creating the management reporting and something like that. So that's why I asked, because although Microsoft have
Mhm.
a good roadmap which you are showing, the same module is already been there in R3, which is a older platform, and we are into migrating our product. But sometimes it happens when you create integrations and you create different platforms. So you have to as a being an IT guy, you have to vet data over multiple sources, which become
Yep.
actually sometimes a problem.
Yep.
So
And that's it. That's a pretty fair call that this is something, it's something we cannot deny because of the digitization. We have sometimes to save, if you are belonging to a BFSI industry, you have to save somewhere the data in any local servers as well. That's also the case. You cannot bring up that. So integration, and I agree here that you organization are going with the approach that that they should apply one system and keep it up. But if you understand, if you and definitely we'll try to cover it in Power Platform sessions. The concept of Power Platform and the dataverse is that it is everything is already managed there. You don't have to work or think from a perspective that you have to write a whole integration, like some code around it to make sure that they are syncing. No, it's just like two plugs. You have to plug it in, map it out, and that's it. That's the easiest way Microsoft is trying to go and make it out, so that you and me can focus on more challenging tasks that are related to how I can improve my organization business, how can I introduce more processes, because the easiest I can implement a particular thing, the more I can focus on the futuristic or other process as well. So I would suggest, you know what, please, if you still have such questions around it, to understand or need help around it, how I can go with the product, how can I go and discuss it with your organization stakeholders, then you can, discuss with me and Atif over the LinkedIn as well. And we can definitely love to guide you more around some, give you our thought process and our experience around it.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Naveed, for your wonderful question. So with that, let's jump into the demo session. Hopefully my screen is visible. Can everyone see my screen? This Chrome screen.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So I think the navigations are the same. In case if you don't have any idea about CRM navigation or you joined us today as your first session, don't worry, please. I would recommend, go and watch. And I think, Atif, if you can share the Amna's first session around how the navigation works and URLs, that session would really help you to understand how these navigation works and what is sitemap and what are these individual controls mean. So with that, I would be just showing you on the left side, the area of interest for us is the sales, which you can see here. It mentioned it out: leads, opportunities, competitors. Now, if we go from going back to our diagram here, this one, do you see lead is the first step? Now, lead can come from various places, because obviously right now, when I go back to my CRM here, leads are something that we can create manually, or it can be integrated to our inquiry form, or maybe our marketing team is sending out a promotional email and people are showing interest. So it can get information from every direction. Right now we are living in a world where uh, we have multiple social media platforms. I would say we have multiple. Just think about it. Even if you count the social media platforms right now, it's like, I think if you include, like for example, in China, they have their own, like it's like 10 to 15 that I can recall of social media platforms are available. With that, we have emails, SMS, calls, walk-in, or maybe meetup. So all these things can come up and sync up here at the lead level. Now, when it comes to lead level, consider that out. This information can be synced or integrated, or it can be something that I can write about that, meetup with Atif, about ABC product. Okay, so what I discussed about, look here, it giving me a type as well, what based, item based, or service maintenance based. If you recall, this is what I tried to explain, that work based means maybe they are trying to collaborate with us on a business to business deal. Item based, maybe they are just interested in something that we are working on or manufacturing, like a furniture, like soda can factory, or maybe anything, any item that we are producing. And he contacted me. So I would say Muhammad Atif here, filling out the basic information. And you see that if you see here, there are only two mandatory fields, because as I said, lead is a pretty raw data. We are not even sure that, Mr. Whom we met was Atif, or maybe he was Asif and we noted down Atif. It can be a possibility that it's pretty raw. That's why it's the lead level. It keeps up all your raw information, which you may or may not need to use in future. So it just keep it up here. So once information is done, I can add, okay, you know what, he's working in XYZ company. If I have more details, maybe from his card or anything, I can do that. Else, I will just save that. So what I did here, if I go back again to my process, I just created a lead, stored the basic information of the lead. That's the first step. And as I said, before the lead, there can be more steps, but that step is only the source step from where the lead can come in from. It can come in from an online website. It can come from an interaction. It can come in from a walk-in customer, or think about it, all the social media platform we have available. Now, if you see,
so Mustajab,
sorry, quick question. Can you show the navigation how to get to the lead page
Exactly.
from the menu,
Exactly.
please?
So if you see over here, when you open up the Sales Hub app, and as I said, in case if you're not getting familiar with the navigation, I would recommend one of our session by Amna 2 weeks back, 2 to 3 weeks back. Try to watch that, in which she said that, once you open up a Sales Hub app, on the left side, if you see, you will see the lead option available, or you can click at the bottom as well and select, make sure that you're selecting the sales part. So here you will always see the lead here. And once you are at the lead level, okay, you can come in and just click the new button to create the lead, or maybe I would just want to reopen my existing lead that I have created. Okay, hopefully it helps about the navigation question if anyone had. Now, I had an interaction with Atif, as I said, and I came to know that, there was a connection which I cannot see. Faisal, who is the CEO for his company. So you know what? I think he's our key stakeholder. Why I'm marking him as a key stakeholder? So just let me show you what the navigations here was. I just went down and said new connection. And I tried to search it out if I have any connection with name Faisal. If I don't have, I can select, for example, anyone from the record. Let me try to select that. Abraham. I said that, you know what, this person is really important. He's a stakeholder here in this organization. Right now, it's not necessary. I have to mention, okay, you know what, he is the CEO, or maybe he is the VP, whatever, he is the key person. I just noted it down that I feel I found out, over the LinkedIn or some medium that he's the key student. And why I need that? Because when it comes to sales, these parameters are really important. It tells you this particular case, this particular person, Atif, or whoever here, like the person that we met, how I can go and proceed with my sales. I should know it's like if you can recall it, or LinkedIn. I think we all get a call from our call centers, right? Like from banking team, or from anyone, from any product that we purchase, or any restaurant. I think people do get that, and those who are living in USA, they or UK, they get a lot of other calls as well. You know what? Buy some fry pan from us, sir. Even though you didn't buy it, these kind of a pre-sales call we get a lot. And when we get a call, you see how personalized they get. They ask you, really, you know what, this is Atif. Okay, yes, Atif, you're living in UK, and they know a lot about your information. And if you try to start chatting with them, they can even tell you a lot about, how much they have. So they store these information there. And these informations help them to give a personalized experience. So that, it's not like calling you, okay, who is there? And I'm there. Instead, it's like, Atif, you're working here, you do that. I heard that you were there in that event. So it gives a personalized information for the sales rep. Even if I didn't proceed with this lead with Atif, anyone else can go in and try to connect with him. Similarly, if you see at the bottom, I can add competitor as well if I know. Again, lead is a pretty starting level. It's not mandatory that we all know about it. That's why you can see it's only 3 or 4 information that were requested, like at least the name of the person and what you did talk about it. Like, what was the topic around? Like, did you discuss about the product? Did you discuss about the business? Did you discuss about, anything, whatever? Just mention it out here so that at least once you go back and see, oh, okay, Atif, what I met Atif about, oh, okay, Atif about the ABC product, or you can say ABC product at event gala, okay, anything. And I can just save that. Once I save that, I can go here and mention our rest of the information if I need to. If I don't need to, that's also fine. And I can go to the details part. Now you see here, it's asking a lot of other information as well. But if you see these information, these are more around which company Atif belongs to. If that company is showing interest in buying our product, let's understand how much capability is that a company, a startup company, which industry they belong to. Like they are from accounting firm and they're asking about IT products, which we don't sell. So it helps us to, understand more about the customer, how we can link to that particular customer. What's their annual revenue is. This is critical. For us, it's just a number, but obviously we would understand how much that company can, you know, work with us. Like what are their financial value? Because if that company is some of a mid or SME level company and we are trying to sell those products to enterprise level company, there is a chance, there is a quite chance that we may lose that customer because if we don't give them some sort of a personalized products or quotations or marks that if we want to do business with them. So these information are really important that we have to store in our forms, which not only help us that to give a personalized experience, also to make a strategy around how do we approach this particular customer, how we make sure that this particular lead is converted. Again, you have the option available to select the currency as well. All the available currencies are here. So I would say that, USD. This is it. I think it's not set up. That's why it's not coming up. No worries. I'll say euro. And you can see item base. Then you also store at the bottom what type of contact information that you have to do. Like, for example, I contacted Atif via mobile or maybe in person. And that's it. I only have his mobile number. We exchange our mobile or maybe emails or card. But other than that, I don't have any information. And sometimes we come to know that, customer prefer to have a email only, but doesn't want the bulk email notification or, don't call on the phone and don't send me out mail. By mail, I mean the physical mail. So I would just say that, what, contact me over the email. Because as I said, Atif belong to XYZ company and they want some quotation around it. So that company should come to Atif via an email so that everything is documented, because there's a possibility over the call or over the phone that we may miss out everything. Just in a simple case that we record all our sessions, because when we are explaining it out, there's a possibility that you guys remember something, you forgot something. These recorded sessions will help you to go back and say, okay, yeah, this was something he discussed, Musab told me about this, or Amr said about this, and you guys can revisit. So similar is the case that people prefer to do communication over email. Now, marketing information is something I will intentionally leave it right now, because this is something more around the marketing module that we will cover, and I will try to go back and ask like our fellow trainer will try to come back here and explain what this marketing campaign or marketing information part is. Sorry, any questions?
Yeah, Hisham got the question. So Hisham, please.
Okay, thank you, Atif. Thank you, Mustajab, as well. In the beginning of your talk that you mentioned, we can get this information for registration, for example, from outside, maybe website integration or something like that. I'm asking about if we enable a portal, for example, Microsoft platform portal, for example. First part of the question, is there any integration required, or the integration will be go smoothly without any too much customer service or something like that? Second question, if it's related to a number of licenses or it's open for all external user to register without needing to purchase more extra licenses. Thank you.
I think that's something which you're asking is around marketing portals, right? That you want to configure. Because if you have any personal portals that you have set up on any other technology stack, you have to integrate it, right? And obviously you can integrate it either at a lead level or you can integrate it at the opportunity level. But in case if it's Microsoft portals that you're talking about, or Power Portals in simple words that you're talking about, that's something I think it will be better answer when we will covering the marketing. Yes, it is there. You can create a lead, but how you can do that, what are the if and buts around it. I will just try to say pass it on for the upcoming session so that we can explain it for everyone to understand.
All
Now,
right, thank you.
okay.
Yeah.
And the second part of your question was around the licensing, right?
Yes.
When it comes to external users and you're managing Microsoft portals, yes, existing users you have a bundle of license, like it's a unit of 100,000, 10,000 that you have to purchase, which you feel your website get a load of it. Like maybe you see that hardly 10,000 people visit our website on a month, but when it comes to December, it's like even 100K as well. Like it's more than million people visiting because it's vacations. Then you have to subscribe that. So those licenses are there, but it varies. Again, this is something that I would say we will cover up these licensing as well, but not now. Maybe in our Power Platform sessions, if there is it, because licensing, I know a lot of people have a lot of questions around, even though Microsoft have given a detailed document around, but we all feel, I know sometimes if there is a license or not. But yes, there will be a license in your case.
Okay, thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you. So Atif, any questions before I create an opportunity and do business with you?
No more questions. Crack on.
That's great. Okay, that's great. So now, this is what I have informed, updated. Now, here, if you see, and just as Hasham pointed out, lead source, which is really important. And for example, let me consider I have set up the portal and everything stuff. So you see a lot of information like web is the standard source, but you see advertisement is there, employee referral, external referral, partner, public relations, seminar. In Atif's case, I said that I met him in an event and a seminar, so I can say that I met him at a seminar. But this lead source means and gives you an idea around that we can have source from multiple. So if I say in Hisham's case, it will be the web, the portal where we have entered, and we can set this origin as well. By the way, it's a small selection field that you feel, but it's really important when it comes to sales team, because a lot of sales team have to focus on particular source or region to get in all those leads. And it's not something for us, it's just a selection of value. For them, it's the target KPIs and everything that they have to achieve. So that's why I brought up the source concept here. So make sure when you to practice it out, when you're designing a solution, you make sure you address the source point as well, because eventually sales will come to you and say that, what, how the sales is going over the web. And if you're not managing or you're considering configuring from your function standard point of view, you may find out, okay, you know what, we missed a lot of things there. So I met Atif in a seminar. I say it's not hot, it's not cold. This rating means that, what I feel, Atif was interested. Yeah, he was interested, but did he show a lot of interest? No. But by chance, a week after our meetup, Atif called me and he shared, what, can you, Musajab, send me a quote on these products? Now it's all of a sudden hot that I have to set. And these can be automated as well. So you know what, I will go back and say that Atif called. In my timeline, I will add an activity that because I received a call here. Just a second. Yeah, subject. Atif called. And it was an incoming call. A call from Atif. And he said, okay, what is his number is? This description, called and inquire about quotation or ABC product. Now this means that, what, I have to go. So I will just save and close. I will keep this information. And now what I will say that, what, I will qualify this lead. Now, before qualifying this lead, one more thing important in CRM or customer engagement is these BPF. These are called business process flow. And consider business process flow as a assistance or an assistant who guide you. You know what? Are you performing these steps? Like make sure Atif is already. Are you sure Atif is not already present in our database? Are you 100% sure that he's a new customer? I say, yeah, he is. Sure, he doesn't have a parent account. Maybe Atif's company, we are already doing business with him. Maybe he came from a different perspective, or he was not aware of it. Or are you sure about that? So it gives you, the PPF gives you these pre-checklist, or making sure that your all organization are following a common process and there is no disconnect among them. These can be customized. It's the out of the box one, which is standard, but these can be customized to more suited to your needs or to your organization needs. Purchase time, yeah, next quarter. Atif showed me interest. He requested for a quote, but then I on the call asked, and he said that what, I will be willing to do a purchase next quarter because of the budget that we will get allocated. The budget that we have is like 800K maximum, but not just too much, and just make it reasonable. Purchase process is like community unknown right now, like how that purchase will be made, like some committee or some investors that will help us purchase, or it's something we are not aware of. And is there any decision maker? I'm not sure yet, because you saw at the bottom that I'm not aware. So I will just say next stage. Now, when I say next stage, it will try to go to the develop stage. Okay, but here you see it gives me a pop-up. You want to select any opportunity? I say no, close. Okay, no opportunity. Fine, just a second. Let's close in and qualify it. It takes some minute. It will gives you a pop-up. Try to find out if you are like, in case if there are any duplicates, like I find out Atif is already there. The systems give that duplicate as well. If everything went well, you see now we will be on an opportunity screen. Now here, I would like to show you one more thing. Let me just create a duplicate here. Meanwhile, it's loading up. That just below the lead on the left side, on the navigation side, if you see and follow my mouse here, then you see and cursor, just the cursor that I'm pointing out, that opportunity on the left side, it's also clickable. You can just directly click here, opportunity, and oh, I don't see any opportunity. Don't worry, you have to set your views. I can say all opportunities, or I can go and select, what, my opportunities, my open opportunities. That's what I needed. And then what I can do is go here and select which one was it? Yeah, meet up with Atif about the ABC product, and I open it up. So navigation wise, if you qualify a lead, it automatically routes you there. So don't worry about that. You don't have to do anything. But in case if you don't have that, you can always go here in opportunity and select that. With that, now what we have to do is we see a lot of information coming on opportunity. But you see here one thing, I made a call on the lead level. It came up in the opportunity level as well. So whatever action you do on lead level, you don't need to worry about. You don't have to copy and paste that out here. It copy automatically those information. You see here, stakeholder, we added this person in our lead, it automatically, and it made it Atif automatically a stakeholder because we created a new contact. We can remove that as well. We say that, oh no, Atif is not a stakeholder, he's just a salesperson. But obviously, the system automatically copy all the lead information in the system. So if we don't have to do a lot of things, yes, it can be something personalized that we have, maybe some more information that we store at a lead level, we need to map it out. We can do that as well with some configurations and customization. Now, when you see here in this lead, you see a lot of things. First of all, you see multiple stages at the top. You see estimation close date, estimated revenue. Okay, because now I'm in close coordination with Atif that what Atif is doing, what Atif is, the budget is around. I know I can get some more information on here. Because when we meet up in our event, it was just like a casual talk, talking about our business and maybe, just understanding. Then Atif made a call and he showed more interest on ABC products. Now, if you see here at the bottom, you have a lot of, on the left side, a lot of information as well, and similarly the BPF. So let me do here, first of all, at the header level, I will just try to add the estimated close date. I think Atif is willing to get this code back in by 28th February, and he's looking maximum around 500,000. This is his budget that he is looking for the product for. Okay, and with that, you can see also here in progress, on hold status that you can manage. On hold means that, you know, Atif, due to any reason, was away for annuals or a vacation, or the stakeholders were away. So we can always put up these opportunities on hold. Let me just save this information. Now with that, I can see here a pipeline stage. Pipeline stage means that this opportunity is currently in progress, or we are working on it. Committed, won, lost. So every stages have their own definition, which can be customized as per our need. Then current situation, customer need is something that you store about the information, like personal notes in simple words, like, okay, what opportunities about Atif is showing interest in these things, and that is his plan to do work on. Similarly, you can add the sales team as well. Like maybe I need someone to help me out here as well. So I can add those people here as well. With that, you can see at the bottom competitor option as well. Who is competing with us? You know, our competitors are there, so that we have an idea about it, how these. So pretty much stakeholder, competitors, and rest of the information is already copied from the feed. We just need to go in and, you know, maybe select a product, because as I said, Atif showed interest in the product. So you see here, I got the option here. If I just try to search it out, I will just try to save it. I will try to add a product here. Oh, just a minute, I think I didn't save it. Let me go back. Yeah, saved. Okay, now you see here. Oh, sorry, my bad. Now here, you see, it's asking for me to add a product. So Atif showed me interest in this particular product and use default pricing or override pricing. I'm just adding out the product information. So you see there are a couple of things here in product. First of all, which product customer wants. Atif showed me interest in ABC product. I'm just selecting any random product here. Then what's the price unit? Its price unit is 1,000 rupees. Okay. Oh, it's showing me rupees. Okay, maybe it's okay. Then it's the quantity. How many he is planning to buy? He's planning to buy maybe 2, 20, 30. Let me just check if the unit is available. Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm trying to select another product. Okay, no worries. Let me just try to refresh it. Okay, sorry about that. So I will just go back, and I think the price list that I have shared doesn't have that. What do you call it? The product. So let me go back again to the products. Save it. Select the product again. Now I will say any discount if I want to amount, manual discount, taxation. I think Naveed, you asked about the taxation. Yes, taxation is there, but it's just like, you know, the percentage or the amount that you can give here. Unfortunately, you cannot manage the VAT or GST, or maybe, you know, just looking at customer's location where he lives in, the taxation should be applied. Like in finance, it happen, you know, a person is living in USA and his country of origin is US, so automatically all those taxation apply. In CRM, unfortunately, that's not the way. It's just like, you can save this information. Okay, I know what's the problem here. The product is not set up. That's why it's giving me this error. Fine. Let me just try to go in new ABC product. Okay, and I will just save that. Okay, sorry about that. It's okay. Sorry about the loop. Let me go back again to the opportunity. So go back again to my view, my opportunities. Now here, so once you add that product here, let me try remove that price list and try to add the product here. Unfortunately I have to. So let's try just like this. And let's search that. Go to the price list. I just opened up the price list. Okay, and price list items. Sorry for that. Just I'm trying to add the product here. Now it will allow me to add that. Okay, I'm out. Again, if you're not getting familiar with these navigation, as I said, we did a session 2 to 3 weeks back in which we showed and explained this all navigation. The session in details are there. It will really help you to know how these products are created. So let me go back again. Try to select the price list. This time I make it flexible rates. Okay, just save that. Add a product again. And you know why this is coming up? This is coming because the form is different than the one that we have to select on the opportunity level. I will just select armband, pick it up. There's some issue here. Okay, let's move ahead. Then I will try to create a code. We see product. No, it's not that. Fine. Let me go back to my opportunity. So similarly, what I added here, the product line can be added. Unfortunately, I'm facing some issue here. That's why I was not able to add it. Once you add that product line here, you have the option available to move to the quotation part. So quick visit to our flow again. Lead is created. It's qualified to an opportunity. Once opportunity have the required information, as I said during explaining this out, that a lot of information is managed at opportunity. Then I want it, or I can just send out the code here directly. So I will just say new code. And quotation picks up all the information from the opportunity automatically. We don't need to have to fill it out anything. We can just say quote lines. Quote lines are something that the product that I'm trying to add on the opportunity, that all automatically comes here. So once this is done, you see there are options available to export to code PDF. By default, some standard templates are available. Sometimes they are like, mostly we have to set up our own personal templates. But you see when you do that, pretty standard template of quotation is created. You can change that as well. Maybe add your company's header here, footer here, or maybe add customers or clients header or footer here. This is pretty much customizable. So you can print that out. I can print that out and send it to Atif. Just quickly download it. And once I download it, I can just send it out to the customer. Okay, so I will just activate the code here. So activate quote means that I send it out to Atif. He's happy with the code. And you see, once I activate it, I see a lot of options here, new options. Firstly, create order, revise, close.
Mustajab, there is a question from Asham.
Yes, please.
Mr. Shab, we are currently now working in Sales Hub. I think this is a new name for this module. Before it was Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales, I think. So I think there is another something in addition. It's Sales Insight, which related to AI, I think. So correct for me if I'm right or wrong. This is the first question. Second question, if I will enable Sales Insight, shall it require extra licenses or it's included inside Sales Hub as well?
Well, Sales Insight has been renamed or rebranded, you can say, more or less in Customer Insight. Okay. And Customer Insight gives you the option, but it comes up with an additional licenses. It doesn't come up with the pre-built in. And it's a predictable. I would say AI is much into it. It's a predictable or forecasting side of a tool that gives you an idea that, you know what, this particular customer will be invested in these orders or these things because of his purchase or her purchase history or the region they are belong to. There can be multiple preferences or parameters to add to that. So if you want to add sort of a analytics reports on sales, then I would suggest Power BI is the tool to use that to understand how that data is coming in sales or how much you had made the sales. But anything, then you have to go for Customer Insight. It's a license that you have to purchase.
Okay, so if I need to customize something inside Customer Insight, I think it should be through Power Platform AI, correct?
No, I think it's a bit different question from current session. I'm sorry, because maybe we have to come back to the sales. This is more a Customer Insight and more related to the topics where we are configuring that customer side. Maybe the audience currently here may not be able to understand. So I shall pass it out. But yes, to customize it, you have to have the Power Platform to customize it.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so here, once you do that, you have the option available to export to PDF, create order, revise, and close code. So as I said that, you know, I can create an order here. I can click this option. Now, you see, this is the option that was shown in the process. I can say that, you know what, I can do this particular thing. If I were able to, oh no, I can remove it. So I was saying that, you know what, if I can confirm the code, it can want the opportunity as well. So this is the step here. I can say that, you know what, create the order and mark the opportunity as 1. And you see that it's giving me option, yes or no. I don't want to close the opportunity because I feel that Atif and I will be doing more business around it. If I feel no, then I can just go and clear. So before doing that, I have another option that's called revision. Now, this is quote ID and this is revision ID, which is important. You see here revision ID currently 0. Do see that when I click the revise button here and close it, you see the revision ID got appended with 1. So it means whenever I'm revising it out, the previous code will be there as well. So if I just duplicate, maybe I think I have that. Just close the rest of the tab. Sorry, just close the rest of the tab. If I go back here, okay, and go to the opportunity again, I will show that existing code do exist here as well. You see, now here you see the status for the previous course as closed, it doesn't succeed, and the new one as the one that I just created as draft. And both have the same quotation ID condition. The difference only is that this revision number. Now, again, I have the option to activate the code. Or close the code as the way that I see here, closed. Now, what I will do, I will create an order here. I will mark my opportunity as 1. and I will say okay. Now what it will do, it will close my opportunity.
Okay, just a time check.
Hmm.
Sorry, we
Yes,
got
Atif.
the 18 minutes, just the time check.
Okay, yeah, I'm just almost, I think, more or less at the end. Now, you see, it takes some time and the order is created. Unfortunately, you're not able to see the product, but obviously product lines are added here once that product is created. And if you see on the right side, it always stores the information about the opportunity, the quotation it was created from, and the customer that we have, that we are trying. But you see, I discussed it with Atif, but it automatically picked up the company. Can I change that? Yes, I can change that. I can search here and make it Atif as well. But by default, the company always pick up the account or the company, because when we do business, it's most or less most of the cases, it's not a person that we are dealing to. It can be the company or the account that we are dealing to. So that's why it automatically picks up the company, but we have the option available if we want to select a customer or a person. With that, if you see on the left side, it is pretty much the same information: price list, which currency it belong to, shipping dates. If we want to, just as our case, we want to deliver our furniture or anything that is more of a physical thing, or that we have to deliver to customers, and we can select that along with the rest of the shipping information, which are pretty straightforward. We can select, and the payment terms, the freight, anything, whatever the case might be. So it's like payment terms are pretty much into shipping, like how much we will pay, how much that will be the initial spend, and how much will be done on the delivery. And with that, at the bottom, the address information. So if you see, the order form have the capability to store any specific dispatching sort of a case as well, where we have to deliver those orders. And secondly, we have the option available if we don't need to store that. We don't, like, it's more of a digital service, or just like a subscription that Atif will get the all of it, then we don't need to do that. Then you see here at the bottom, we have discount percentage and discount amount. Okay, I can say 100, and similarly I can say 2. So I can apply either percentage or I can apply both. That's available here. But if you go in finance systems, you have the discount code option available as well. So that's the difference here, because as I said, the core beauty of this system is to make sure that we bring in that lead, we make sure that opportunity comes in, that's successfully executed, and we make sure that it's qualified. Along with that, we can add freight amount as well, like for example, shipping charges, which we commonly say that $5 or $20, $30 would be the shipping charges that will be applied, and any other description if you want to manage it. Okay. Now, once you did that, you can always go in and create the invoices as well if you want, or you can just go here and fulfill the order as well, or the cancel order if you see at the top. So I can create an invoice here as well. You see, if you see from the quotation, from the opportunity part, I created quote on a click of a button. I created an order on a click of a button. I created an invoice on a click of a button. So it's pretty straightforward processes. There is nothing complex here. Yes, organization wise, everyone have their own processes, but I always say, keep it simple, in simple words. If we make that a lot complex, I would say that we are doing a great job. So maybe organizations that have a lot of complex invoicing and process, maybe we have to revisit and check it out what they are doing, why this is so much difficult, because standardly these are the steps that have to be done. Yes, maybe there can be some validation or checks we have to add. That invoice cannot be check created by Mustajab, It can be only created by Faisal or something like that. Now, if we see here, this is an invoice form. If I say that it's exactly replica of order form, I won't be wrong here. Yes, there are some look and feel and some information that are a little different, but if you see a quick glance here, everything is pretty much the same. And it copies up everything from the order. You don't need to create anything. Only thing is that because invoice is a step or a process that is a part of the whole process, that's why it have its own steps. Now, if I say confirm invoice, it will just mark it as confirm. It will just change the status as, you see, active. Now I can mark it either paid or cancel. I'll mark it paid. Now it will ask me, did we pay the invoice completely or partially? That's the option. So if I say partially, it will say that, okay, you know what, I got an amount or I got the bill, but it got half of it. And again, this pretty much is more betterly handled when it comes to ERP. Maybe once we create an invoice, everything can be integrated into an ERP or a financial system where all these things can be managed it out. Okay, now I just said paid. Okay, so the record is paid. I can see the status updated. Now, if I go back one step, I see the invoice created here on the order level. Now I will say that, you know what, I got the invoice. I will just say fulfill the order. And I will say complete, order is complete, date fulfilled is this one. I'll just say confirm. Now, if I go back a step again, you see here, my quotation is one already. And if I go back to my opportunity, sorry, just okay, my opportunity is this one. You can see opportunity as one as well. So it's now in read-only case. Can I reopen the opportunity? Yes, I can. Can I reopen the or cancel the quote? Yes, I can. I have all the option available. Again, the top navigation is my front area. So I can go in and reopen the opportunity. Then we have to discuss it again. Now with that in the develop, if you see this PPF that I missed to explain when I was at the opportunity level, but I have to explain it now. That in the opportunity stage, you see we have a lot of information that we capture. Again, this is a process. These steps can be changed for different organizations, different, but you see a lot of things are there that are just like a checklist or make sure that the sales rep when they're dealing with the customer, they don't forget this thing. Sometimes, like in case of IT opportunities, it's like, did you get the SOW or did you get the scope of work? So these kind of checks would be added. Or did you get any RFP floated, or it's just like a tender that was opened up? So you can add all those checklists here as an option to upload. So we have 10 minutes available. I think pretty much from a sales high level end-to-end point of view, we covered all the topics. But still, if we have any questions, I will spare last 10 minutes for that, and would love to answer those questions. Any question, Atif, you see in the chat?
Yes, I guess there are two questions. So Hasham.
Yes, please, Hasham.
You have to ask a question.
Yes, Mustajab. Thank you, Atif. Thank you, Mustajab, on your time and your session today. Really helpful. I have a small question. I wonder how you generate invoice while you already created a code. For sales quotation, I just sent them a proposal for my service price.
Exactly. Yes.
But
exactly.
How you create invoice while you should create sales order in the beginning after confirmed quotation? This is my question.
Okay, that's great. So what I did here, I created this code just as you have said that, what, I send out as a proposal, like, okay, this is what you want and this is the pricing that we will offer you, and customer agree on that. Once I create that code, I see here at the top an option to create an order.
Yes.
Maybe from a perspective of process wise, yes, some say that, we have to send the invoice as well. Okay, before the order or confirming it, maybe get the payment upfront. Some cases are there as well. But here I have the option available to create an order. Okay, once I create an order, once the order is created, now here I again have the option to create invoice. So it's like quotation, the proposal / proposal. I would say both are interchangeably used. First, which you send out, you get a confirmation. Once the confirmation is there, you create an order. And once the order is created, you can create the invoice, or here you can send this order information to your financial systems. Once there, they can create an invoice order first. Then once everything is paid, you can sync that back to customer engagement as well. That's another way, just to give you an idea.
Okay, if you allow me, please, I have another short question. Can I
Please
send
go
more?
ahead.
Okay, can I send more proposal from the same quotation, or I should to create a separate quotation for each proposal for the same opportunity?
You can create multiple quotations. You can like / proposals. You can create, you can revise it as well. That's what I said, explain here as well, that you have the option. And by revision, it means obviously, price change, a new product request or new service
Yes.
request, that's there. And you can, if I go back again to my opportunity, you see I created 2 quotations here. Sorry about that. Just a second. You see here, I created 2 quotes here. You see, one and law. So there are 2 quotations. So again, you can create multiple quotes for a single opportunity, and even without changing any products or list, you can do that. It's possible.
All right. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Glad to assist. Yes. Any other questions? Sorry,
Yeah, I think there was a
I have a
go on.
question.
Yeah, please, Naveen.
So, that was a very wonderful session. You walked us through the different stages of sale process. So, is there possibility we can practice this, for better understanding? How can we, sign up individually, instead of using our organization account?
Exactly.
One thing is that. Plus, while I have another question about the product itself. When you were, creating, I hope there's a native functionality of creating workflows on even quotation approval or, revisions. I guess
Exactly.
that is allowable or natively available within the product.
Exactly. Mhm. Yeah. To answer your question, like first of all, the environment setup. It's something you can just go in and Microsoft search trial environment. You can set up that. But in case if you
Okay.
have difficulty, our first session was around that, in which we tried to set up intelligent order management trial account, because it gives you ERP, sales, service, a lot of travel, even though that's not related to the sales, but it gives you all the area. So that's also there. Atif, if you can share that link, please. You can go and check that video and set up that trial environment. But if
Yeah,
you
so
have
definitely try the trial accounts and set it up. You should be able to play around at least for the 13 days. And if you require more time, then you can always create another trial account.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And coming to your part that regarding the workflow, native workflow, in customer engagement, it comes with its own native workflows, that is called workflow and plugin, and plugins includes in plugins are simple triggers, database triggers. Then it comes to the second part, that is MS Flow, because that comes because of the Power Platform ecosystem that you are, which commonly are known as Power Automate. So
Yeah.
you can use that and perform your action, like maybe create a quote and on the quote send out an email, create a PDF. Like possibilities are endless there. It's your requirement, imagination. It can take you there. You can use AI there as well, flavor as well. So everything is pretty much there.
Okay.
Hope that answers your questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Any other
wanted to
question?
confirm.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Glad to help, hopefully. Any other questions? You have 4 minutes available.
So Hasham, can you check? You should be able to access this. I can see your email address already added. I can share my screen as well. So we can try it out accessing the team. Guys, what I've also done in the background, I've removed the additional link which we were adding it into the description. So please use the link which you'll be getting in the team invite. So it should be all sync to avoid any sort of a confusion which we have faced in last two sessions. Okay, so let me know when you can see the screen. So guys, using your email address, which you use it for registration, if you can please log in, and then once you will log in, you should see our organization called Dexter. I don't know if I can show it here. Okay, yeah. So when you access it, you should be able to see the organization Dexter. Once you join in, click on the Teams link on the left hand side, and then you should see all the teams accessible from register email address. Click on that, and then you should be able to see the file and then all the contents there. So Sham, if you want to try it and check it out, please. And anyone else, please. We'll continue to upload all the presentations, all the recording here while you have the access on the YouTube as well.
Um, Atif, I guess the link you send me, it says that this team does not exist. Yeah, please contact the team owner. So
Okay.
if you allow me your, I can send you my personal email, and if you can add manually.
Yeah, please do it so I can do it right away.
I've
So
just
this
sent you my
mystery is
email
resolved.
on the chat.
Okay. I'm adding you just so we can get the access sorted now. If you're on the Teams, you should be able to navigate already member. So already add you than previously. Is it 1E? Yeah, already there. So you should be able to access in a way. Connect with me on the LinkedIn if you still face the issue. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Aluna, anyone else? Suhaib, Ishtiyaq, are you guys able to access it? Farhan, Solangi, we got a lot of people there. Can you
What's
ensure
your
that you got the access?
What's your full name? I can uh, call you later on LinkedIn if you, for this.
Muhammad Atif, and I will send you my LinkedIn link as well, so you guys can connect.
Okay, that will be a very kind favor.
No problem. There you go. Mustajab, I will link to send your link as well.
Thanks, Latif. So I think with that, we are towards the end of our session for today. And I think if we don't have any question, we can end that call.
Okay, and guys, I have also sent you the link for the quiz too, so please fill it in and submit it. Yeah. All right, done and dusted. Thank you, Mustajab, for the wonderful session. Until next week, thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Take good care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.